Today is Sunday, August the 16th, 2015, and this is the rainbow color infrared loop, and we're looking at a new tropical disturbance identified here, and that is 11E, Tropical Depression 11E, and that depression is generating 35-mile-per-hour winds, and it's moving to the northwest at 17 miles per hour. So that's going to be the path according to the data. Alright, let's go back and look at the water vapor loop and see what's going on. Alright, there was a spinning low pressure for about 10 days in this area, and that's been absorbed into this moisture flow here. And what's happening here is we've got high pressure being generated and high pressure being generated here. This is a HARP transmitter, both here and here. And the flow is going to bring this moisture right through here and out into California. Now what's happening is this moisture field is being attacked with jets. They're spraying chemtrails all through here, and we'll get to look at that right now. Let's take a look at that right now. This moisture field right here is all full of chemtrails, chemical aerosols. Alright, now let's go take a look at the infrared loop. We can see the effect that these chemtrails have, and all this moisture should be coming around in a clockwise manner, but it's dissipating right about in here. So the chemtrails are doing their job of drying out the upper atmosphere and dissipating all that upper atmospheric moisture in these thunderstorms. And so we're just left with a lot of chemtrail haze that comes in over the mainland. Alright, that's what's happening there. So let's move on to the East Pacific water vapor loop. This is a close-up of the high pressure that's being installed over Southern California, and the west-southwest is spinning everything in a clockwise manner. We had some thunderstorms here earlier about 3 hours ago that were blown apart, and the steam here is the residual leftovers from that HARP blast. And we see some more thunderstorms wrapping around down here, and they're going to come around the same way, and when they get right over the peninsula, they too will be blown apart. And I'll make a second video of that later on. Okay, let's go on to the this is the rainbow loop, infrared loop. And you can see these thunderstorms moving around clockwise manner. Those are fairly large storms. And keep an eye on all this. Now here is the southwest color water vapor loop. And again, we get to see these thunderstorms moving around in a clockwise manner, just like a pinwheel going around. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the jet stream map, because that explains what should be happening. All the arrows are pointing right into California. Everything's going clockwise because of the high pressure that's been installed by a HARP transmitter. So all that moisture is coming right into California, or the flow is anyway. Let's go ahead and go back to the so that flow pattern is bringing chemtrail mix and leftover moisture from the flow right here. Okay, so that's what's happening there. Now out in the Pacific, we have a low pressure that's beginning to spin up, and there's a HARP transmitter on that to diminish the effect, to keep that low pressure from developing into a storm. The other thing that's happening is that this storm up here, which was formed about 4 days ago, dropped down into the view of into the satellite view about 4 days ago. All that moisture is moving out along to the east, and some of it is coming down due south. And there's an electronic wall that's been installed here. We can see that forming right now, and we can watch this. This is interesting because this moisture field is just coming right down that wall right there, and it's being blocked. There's no other moisture passing into this area right here because of this phased array radar that's set up a right angle right here. So this is kind of interesting to watch. They can do different shapes. I've seen triangles and semicircles. A lot of times right around November, December, we'll see a semicircle shape develop right offshore here when a large Pacific storm is moving in off the North Pacific. It'll generate a high pressure up over here over the Four Corner states, and that'll generate Santa Ana wind condition. High pressure blows out to sea. If these are very powerful storms, and we'll see a blockade also installed, just like what we're seeing here. They'll set up a blockade, and these storms will the flow of the storm will run right into the wall, like you're seeing right here, like water against a curb. Okay, so that's basically it. This is a broad area of high pressure down here. This is artificial, in my opinion. This is blocking all the thunderstorms down here from getting involved with what's happening here, and also this tropical depression here. So the moisture is moving through here. It's being sprayed and then moving out back east through California. All right, so let's look at that in the rainbow loop. You can see the intensity of the storms here. Everything is wrapping around clockwise in a clockwise manner. We do have some thunderstorms that were blown apart by a HARP blast, and the evidence of that is all of this steam right here. All the steam that we see right here is the leftover from a thunderstorm that was blown apart. And here comes a few more right down here. They're dropping into view. These will wrap around, and as soon as they cross over the peninsula out into the over the Gulf of California, they'll be blown apart so that they don't wrap around and bring rain into California. And we can see that happening here. These are wrapping around the pinwheel. Okay, and this one right here will surely be blown away. That's a big one. And they will attack that as soon as it moves out a little further. In a couple hours, we'll do another video on that in a couple of hours and post that. Now this is the southwest water vapor loop. Everything's moving clockwise. This is the high pressure that's being installed. Okay, here's the rainbow loop. Having technical difficulty with that map. Okay, alright, now here is the 300 millibar chart. They're indicating a low out here, and they're indicating a high over here and a high here. Alright, high pressure right there. Now let's go ahead and look at the sea level pressure map, and we see that they're indicating a low. So on the 300 millibar chart, they have a high indicated right here on top of this low, and that's how these transmitters work. Basically, we'll do the same exercise with a hurricane. They'll get over the low, and then they'll center that HARP blast right on top of that low and blow it apart. So here we see a chart with a low here, right over the border of California and Arizona, and then we have a high parked right on top of that low in the same area. Okay, so that's basically it. So we'll go ahead and we'll post this, and we'll do an update later on, and try to capture that batch of thunderstorms right here where the pen is. It'll wrap around. Right about here they'll get blown apart. And also right around that time, I'm betting that we'll have some technical difficulty with the this website, the NOAA website, but we'll go ahead and try it anyway. Okay, so that's it. We'll do another one later.